are you?
Pretty good.
Can I help you?
You work here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'm wanting to know where the archives for the waste management site that was around November 21st, 1995, the maps, where those will be archived at.
For the waste management site.
Sites, the variety of sites that were here before all the new infrastructure. And not only for that year. I'm looking for November 1995, September of 2001, and then October of 2021.
Okay. Well,
And I also,
follow me down. So we have a department that does records requests. So you put in a records request, which is what you're doing, and they will find the document.
who are you?
My name's Jessie.
What do you do?
I'm the chief of operations here.
Chief Operations. Okay, let me ask you this question. We're doing, you heard of the eco double filtration for the water systems in the new housing developments?
No, I have not.
I'm from Texas. Okay, so what it is it's a waste management where they bring the water, the small plastic PVC, through the acreage or whatever, lot, whatever. And the oxidation level with the chlorine comes up and it's filtrated, the waste is filtrated through it looks like an air conditioner, but it's like a funnel system.
Mm-hmm.
It goes through the garage and it's put back into your own yard.
Oh,
Do you guys have that up here?
not that I'm aware of.
It's a new PA thing that came out maybe 2 years ago. And so I was wondering, just checking around since I'm up here visiting, with your waste management systems here, what type of waste management do you offer this area?
So, as far as sewer waste, the city doesn't do sewer at all.
Who does it?
The Hendersonville Utility District.
And who does the run, like for instance in Corpus, we did a special project on the overflow lay of the water when it floods or whatever. Who's in charge of that for this area?
The city does this wastewater or the storm water, but we don't do sewer.
Okay, so with the city flood reserves, what type of infrastructure do you have? I mean, do you have the cap-offs, or do you have the fill-in? I mean, what type of?
So there's on different developments.
Okay, we're looking at Stafford Court area. That's where I'm looking at.
Stafford Court.
Yes, Beach High School.
That's in the county.
So the county's going to run that?
Yes.
So the city has nothing to do with the county?
Well, the city's in a portion of the county. Beach High School is outside of this city. It's in the unincorporated county.
Who runs that waste management over there? Or even the flood off drainage?
Well, the stormwater is going to be the county. The sewer is going to be, I don't know if they have sewer out there.
Well, let me ask you a question. If they're using the old-fashioned pebblestone cisterns over there, independently for each home, because there is some farms or ranching, whatever you want to call it over there, or if they have capped off those old type of cisterns, or even the old outport, potty port, I'm talking about. Does the state of Tennessee require you to cap those off, or can they still be on that land and be opened?
So the state does have involvement in approving your percolation test. Once the state has approved like percolation.
For the farming community over there, but is it based upon the percentage of head of cattle you have, or or would that go through the Army Corps of Engineer with the waste removal over there, since part of that's protected?
Yeah, I don't know. But so it's going to be the county over there for stormwater. It's gonna be either the county or the state if they're on septic systems. If they're not on septics, there's 2 utilities that I know of that serve there with water and sewer. One is HUD, H-U-D, Hendersonville Utility District. That's not the city.
Okay.
They're right over off, like they're not far from here at all.
All right.
They're right off on Indian. Hendersonville Utility District, HUD. The other water and sewer is White House Utility District. White House is a city just north of here, and their infrastructure comes down into the county and into the city.
But does it all go down towards that ravine near the dam?
Well, the White House Utility District just does water and sewer. They don't do stormwater. Stormwater would be the county.
And where are you guys putting the reservoir for that runoff on all that flood water? Where is it going
Well, like that's dependent on,
for that area?
yeah, and most of them feed into the tributaries that come down into the lake for stormwater. Most of the areas are detention, where they detain it for a while and then they
Flow it off.
Yeah, it floats off into the tributaries, Drake's Creek and the tributaries that flow into Old Hickory Lake.
Okay, but going back to my original question, with the cap-offs, you may not be able to answer this, with the cap-offs for the old cisterns and the old flood reserve areas, because I know you guys don't use that. The infrastructure back 30 years ago is no good anymore. Who's in control of those cap-off flood regions?
I don't know. I don't know where they're at, where the cap-off regions are. I'm not even
But
familiar with the term cap-off.
It's where they close it off. So, for the public safety,
For
for residents,
for a septic system.
and for the flooding. Because, you have to build the new infrastructure for the depth. Whether, back in the day, it may have been 2 to 6 inches, but as the infrastructure changes, the overflow from the flooding is it can rise up to 2 feet.
Yeah.
Who would be in charge of that?
Well, it depends where it's at.
But
so if it's
The cap-offs.
I don't know.
So
I don't know who caps off.
who would have those maps?
I don't know where those maps exist. But our records department, what they do is when a request comes in like that, they will ask all the departments who have the maps to give maps like that. Now, if it's out in the county by beach, that's going to be the county that does that anyway, not the city. We wouldn't have any records of things that are outside the city.
So the two that may run together, who runs it? Who's in charge of it?
Depends where they're at. Where are they at? If it's out by beach, that's the county. That's outside of the city of Hendersonville.
Yeah, but what if it's right there on the boundary? Who's going to run it?
Depends if it's in the city or it's in the county, and I'm not sure.
Okay, what time do you guys open on Monday?
We open at 8. The county building is they're in Gallatin.
Okay.
And you can fill out a records request here to get that information.
Can I take the form with me, and
Yeah.
I'll be back up here on Monday. And your name's Jessie, right?
Yes, ma'am. I won't fulfill that,
Yeah, I already know. I'll take it with me.
Hey, do we have a public records request form?
Yes, we do.
And the county should have the same thing.
What's the turnaround on these forms? Can you get it on CD?
Yes, there is I think like maybe $1 charge for the disc.
That's
but
it?
we can also email it to you depending what it is you're looking for, I guess.
I'm looking for archive maps of infrastructure for overflow cap-off areas between Hendersonville, Gatlin, and the county. But he's already told me 2 other locations I can go get those.
Yeah, so Hendersonville Utility District, White House Utility District, and the county building.
And you say everything else goes down towards the lake and into regular.
Our storm ditches, yeah, so we manage our storm water. Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you, ma'am.
And our storm ditches, the vast majority of them are going to flow into Old Hickory, into a tributary that ends up in Old Hickory.
But here's the question: Is it a natural drip-off system? What I mean by that, you guys don't pump it, or you just let it go natural?
Yeah, we don't have any stormwater pumps.
Okay. All
Now,
right.
sewer lift stations, yes, Hendersonville Utility District has sewer lift stations, But for stormwater, we don't.
Is it against the law for you to use a drone over top of those waste management systems because it's a city infrastructure?
A drone?
Yes.
I don't know. Over a waste, so
Because I know with everything that's going on internationally now in the United States, like some of our water systems in Texas, they're regulated now because we have the cartel, we have a lot of
yeah, so that would be a question because we don't do the sewer system treatment plants or the water treatment. That is HUD, HUD or White House Utilities.
So I would have to get
Yeah, we don't do anything with water or with sewer. We just do stormwater.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.